Hi everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. Today we are solving LeetCode 80, remove duplicate from the sorted array part 2. So this is from the LeetCode top interview 150 series, and in this video I will explain the problem using the PPT slides step by step with 3 different approaches, starting from a beginner brute force idea and moving to the best interview solution. And you can find the PPT slides and complete source code in the video description, so make sure to check that. So let's get started. So here what is the problem statement? So here you are given a sorted integer array called nums, and your task is to remove duplicates in place such that each element appears at most twice. Means you need to return a number k which represent how many valid elements are there, and the first k position of the array must contain the final result, and the order must remain the same. So here you are not allowed to use any extra space. So let's understand this with an example. Here input array is the 0 0 1 1 1 1 2 3 3. Now after removing extra duplicate, the result becomes k is equal to 7, and 0 is twice, 1 is twice, 2 is once, and 3 is twice. So the underscores means here we do not care about these values after index k. And important things to notice here is the no number appears more than 2 times. Here are the constant, and array length can up to the 30,000, and values can be negative or positive, and array is already sorted in a non-decreasing order, and we must modify the array in place, and extra space is not allowed in the solution. And because of this, some simple solution will not be accepted in interviews. So before jumping to the optimal solution, let us understand a simple brute force idea. The thinking is very basic. Use an extra array or map, then count how many times each number appear, and allow the number only if it appears at most 2 times, and copy the result back to the original array. This approach is easy to understand, but it violates the space constraint. Now here is how the brute force solution works, the algorithm for this. First we create an empty array called the temp, then traverse the input array, and keep track of frequency using a map. Then add the number to temp only if the count is smaller than less than equal to 2, and copy all the elements from the temp back to the nums array, and return the temp.length in last. So let's see the dry run using using the input 1 1 1 2 2 and 3. So here first is the 1, and count is also 1 for this element, and then push them into the temporary array, then again 1, now count is 2, still less than equal to 2, so push them into temporary array. Now count is the 3 here for the 1, so we skip them, and same for the 2, it appears twice, then allow means first push, then second push, and 3 appears only the once, so it also allow. So now the array becomes 1 1 2 2 and 3. So let's move to LeetCode and write the code for this solution for this method. So here let map equal to this empty. So here I am using a map to store frequency and a temporary array. Let temp equal to a square empty array, then start a for loop for let num of nums, for of loop in the JavaScript, and check the frequency map of num equal to map of num either 0 or plus 1, and after that check the frequency map of num is less than equal to 2, then temp dot push num. Yes, and after that we have to copy back the elements into the nums. For let I equal to 0, I smaller than temp dot length and I plus plus nums of I equal to temp of I, and in last return temporary dot length. Let's run this solution. So here both the test cases are passed, but this solution works, but it uses extra space, which is why it is not an interview ready solution, because we are using the temporary array and this map for checking the frequency. So that's why this problem is not a interview ready problem. So for that, let's see the best and most standard interview approach to solution. Because the array is already sorted and we can use a two-pointer approach. The main rule is very simple. We allow a number only if it is different from the num of k minus 2, means the previous value. And the condition automatically ensure that no number appear more than 2 times. So let's see the algo for this count-based two-pointer approach. For that, if the array length is the less than or equal to 2, just return the length. There is no need to check further. Then first set a pointer k equal to 2. Then start a loop from the index 2, not from the 0. Start a loop from 2 to n minus 1. And check if the nums of I is not equal to nums of k minus 2. Means this 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. See, this is an array, and if this is not equal to these both are equal, then skip them. If they are not equal, then nums of write nums of I at the nums of at the index k and moves k forward, means at this position. So let's see the dry run in the table from this. So first two elements are always allow. The first two elements are the k 1 and 1. Then third one is skip because they are both are the equal. 1 is equal to 1, so skip them. Then nums of I is 2 and nums of k minus 2 is still 1, so they are the different, means not equal to each other, so we have to write them, means 2 is written in this. Again 2, both are not equal, again write 1 1 2 2. Now the 3 and both are not equal, so again write 1 1 2 2 and 3 at the kth index. So in last the final result becomes 1 1 2 2 and 3, and the k length is the 5. So let's move to LeetCode and write the code. So here first I am using the pointer k as a right pointer. So first see the edge case, let nums dot length is less than equal to 2, then return nums dot length. And after that, first initialize a pointer k equal to 2 and start a for loop. Let I equal to 2 and I smaller than nums dot length I plus plus. So first we have to check if nums of I is not equal to nums of k minus 2 and nums of k equal to nums of I, then nums of I, and increment the k plus plus when we assign the value, and in last we have to return the k. So let's run this solution. Yes, it accepted both the test cases, and this solution is short and clean and exactly what interviewer accept this type of solution. And the time complexity for this is the big of n, because we are traversing the only one for loop, and space complexity is the big of 1. We are not using any extra space, any extra array, and this is the best solution for this problem. Now let's see one more two-pointer approach, which is easier to understand for beginner. So here we track how many times a number appears. and reset the count when the number changes, and rewrite the number only if count is less than or equal to 2. So this one is more beginner friendly and best approach. So here first we initialize a 2 pointers, write equal to 1, count equal to 1, and start the index from the 1, and if the current value is equal to previous value, increase the count, and otherwise reset count equal to 1 when it reaches means greater than equal to 2, and write the value only if count is less than or equal to 2. So let's write this code for this. So here in the first we have to initialize 2 pointers, write is equal to 1, let count equal to 1. So these are just for the tracking the frequencies, and start a for loop, let I equal to 1 and I smaller than nums dot length I plus plus. Now first check if nums of I is triple equal to nums of I minus 1, means the previous one value, and if yes then count plus plus, else if they are means not equal then count equal to 1, reset the count here. After that we check for the means updating the value. For that we have to check if count is less than equal to 2, so we write the value means nums of write equal to nums of I and write plus plus, and in last we have to return the write. So let's run this solution. Yes, it accepted both the test cases. Let's submit the solution again now. Yes, it's accepted all the 170 test cases, and this approach is correct, but the previous one is still cleaner. And so let's compare all the 3 approaches. Brute force is the easy to understand but rejected because the big of n space complexity, we are using the extra space, and 2 pointer count based is the best interview solution. This one, the second approach, this one approach where we means we just check with the k value, and last one is the 2 pointer frequency approach. It's a beginner friendly, means we are just count and then write. So that is for this LeetCode 80 remove duplicate from sorted array 2, and today we understood a simple brute force approach, the best 2 pointer interview solution, a beginner friendly frequency based approach, and the PPT slides and complete source code are available in the video description. If this video helped you, please like the video, subscribe to JDCodebase for more problems from LeetCode Top Interview 150 series. Keep practicing, stay consistent. I will see you in the next LeetCode problem. Thanks for watching.